In this video you can see me sculpting with Blender using the mouse. A friend of mine told me that I won't be able to use the mouse anymore as soon as I got used to my tablet. We will see. So this video will be speed up for the most parts. For the parts for which I add explanations, I will slow down the video or put it to normal speed and explain what I'm currently doing. Okay, now I start to set up my scene for sculpting. I enabled the OpenGL lights and set the display to show my world with the blended sky. Yeah, and then I remove or hide the light here, I don't need it. Also this cube, I won't start with the cube, I will start with a UV sphere. So remove this one and add a sphere, this one here, and enable the smooth shading for this. Okay, this already looks good. Position this UV sphere and then change to sculpt mode. Okay, now I could get rid of this window that I use for preview. I also don't need it when I sculpt. Then I will save this environment. I will also give this a name so that I could return to this setup. This is my sculpting. I'll call it sculpting. So okay, now I will switch to dynamic topology. In this mode, the topology is added, as the name says, dynamically as I sculpt onto my model, and this comes in really handy. I don't have to set a high resolution from the start. The resolution is increased as I sculpt. I start with a resolution or with a detail level of 12, and later on I will increase it. The lower the value, the more dense the mesh will be. You can see me sculpting now a little bit around. This is a fantasy sculpting. I don't use any reference now. I really don't know what I will create. We will see what the result will look like. In my mind is a kind of bad guy with some horns and teeth and big eyes and all this stuff, but really I don't know yet. Just watch me and I will fasten up the video now. Now here's an interesting part that I want to explain. I selected the mask brush and paint in here a mask because I want to pull out the neck out of this lower part of the head. Then I invert the mask by pressing Ctrl I, select the snake hook and just pull this out, and only the parts that are not masked are affected. Okay. Then I find the shape, and once I'm happy with the neck, I press Alt M to get rid of the mask again. And that's a nice technique to, for example, pull out or also to carve in something into your sculpted model. Okay, what I want to do now is to separate this horns and mouth part here. And this is also a nice technique you can use when you want to separate just a part of the model. Then you press Alt B and draw this rectangle, and the rest of the model is hidden now. It is not deleted, it is just hidden. When you press Alt B again, the hidden parts are displayed again. To carve in the mouth into the sculpting, I use the same technique as before. Select my mask brush, paint in the area for the mouth. You can also press the Shift key and use the mask brush to delete parts of the mask. Then I press Ctrl I to invert it and sculpt in using the draw brush, but I hold the Ctrl key and then I subtract and I don't add, okay? And that's a way you can carve into your model for selected areas. Now that I've found the basic shapes of this head model, I used the pinch brush to add some definitions and to sharpen special areas of the head. Yeah, now I could say I'm really happy with it, but the truth is I'm not happy with it. And so I will switch to object mode, enable my carver add-on, press Ctrl X and remove this whole front part here for the horns. I don't like it. I thought it would look cool, but it doesn't look cool. It looks kind of ridiculous. And so press return and remove this whole part. And you can see this is possible. I invested some time for these horns and for the mouth part, but I don't like it. So remove it and just find a better solution. Switch to dynamic topology again, so that we add some geometry here when sculpting in this area, and let's see what we come up with next. Okay, this looks much better in my opinion. Now I use the same method that I used for the eyes. I switch to object mode, add a cube, add a subsurface modifier for it, and define and shape some teeth. Then I will input these teeth by using the bool tool to union this with the sculpted head. Now it's time to union these two teeth. Switch to object mode and select the teeth, and then press Shift key and select the head. Okay, and now Bool tool, union. Okay, perfect. Now the teeth are unioned with the sculpted head, and later on I will symmetrize this. So now it's time to symmetrize the model. Choose -x to x, press symmetrize, and here we go. The same we will do later on for the left eye. Okay, we are done, and now I'm quite happy. I give this guy now a little bit more evil look, and yeah, this is not the sculpt for that I want to do the retopology. Perhaps I will import this into ZBrush and add some more details to it. Yeah, has to look a little bit more angry. Yeah, that's quite nice. Okay, I really hope you liked this tutorial, and here's the link to subscribe. And it would also be really nice if you could support me on my Patreon. And you know what? I will upload this project here to my Patreon account, and then you can play around with it, add more details, everything you like. So thanks for watching, my friends, and see you soon here on my channel.